Okay. Hi, everyone. So, today on 11/11, I decided to start my own YouTube channel. It's called Twin Flame Healing Tarot. And for a person who's been in a twin flame relationship, I realized that there is a need to let you know you're not by yourself, and just kind of talk about the twin flame journey and what we've heard about, like the different things that we've heard online, the truth, the myths, and really get down to the nitty gritty. So, being in a twin flame relationship, the whole um, saying that you come from one soul, one song, it's true. And when you meet that person, it's unlike any other experience. You can't really explain it, but coming in contact with other souls that are on that same exact journey, you actually find validation and direction and inspiration to just keep on going. So, me being in a twin flame relationship, I just knew from young that there was someone that I could really relate to that spoke to my soul, but I couldn't find them in anyone. And I was just always like dating people or in long term relationships and just felt like it was never it. So I'm like, it's either A, you're going to be by yourself for a very long time because everything is lukewarm, or you're going to find what you're really looking for. And found what I was looking for. Ran into this very nice gentleman. Um, and our souls spoke to each other, as in it just didn't make any sense to meet someone and feel so connected to them so quickly, so soon, and so deeply. And I think we all can relate, whoever is on this channel and sees this, that when you do meet your twin flame, it is undescribable. And there are connections that other people don't experience, that they don't have the luck of coming in contact with their twin flame, because it doesn't happen to everyone. It's happening more often than not, and has everything to do with where this earth currently is going, which is to the next level. So if you follow spirituality, other tarot readers, other energy readers, they'll tell you that there's this journey that we are all on, and things are being pushed our way, including twin flame relationships, to make you find your higher self. And then disconnect yourself from the 3D, chaotic, karmic world, and really discover the power within. So, by meeting my twin flame, I started noticing what you call weird synchronicities, as far as seeing different numbers repeatedly, different angel numbers. So 1111, of course, today is 1111. Oh, and it's 1111 right now as I'm recording this. 1111 often, and it's basically like 1111 when you look at it. It's basically like a start line, right? It's like two and two, and that's always for new beginnings. Or basically, it looks like a passage as you're crossing through a new portal, which is exactly what this is all about. Getting closer to the higher self, getting closer to spirit, God, universe, but yourself mainly. That's just not 3D. And by coming in contact with my twin flame, noticing similarities, physical similarities, our thoughts were pretty much on the same wavelength. You can pretty much have a conversation without speaking, and sometimes you can hear a whole conversation that they're having in their head, which is really fun, which is like telepathic connections. So, after noticing those things about yourself, you start to realize that it becomes more stronger, more intensified. So, if you were psychic or had empathic inclinations, or everybody's psychic to some degree, some stronger than others, but we all have it. It's just like when you do come in contact with the twin flame, you would notice that it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and then you can't deny it. So the whole journey is like, not only is it trying, but it cracks you open, and you get to like that gooey center that is within self. So I just want to see how many other people out there were experiencing this. I just started looking on YouTube about like twin flame journeys. When I started my journey about 4 years ago, and realized it was a whole entire community. So it wasn't just me. Um, but everybody's journey is very specific to them. You will know if you're on it, and you don't really have to worry about explaining it to other people and them understanding. You have an entire community that understands, and some people are not as fortunate as you, so don't go bragging that you met your twin flame. I met my twin flame. I met my twin flame because some people end up just being in soulmate relationships, which are great, but they're just not as powerful. They're just not as liberating, and also you end up being on this whole journey of self-discovery and self-love that not everybody has the luxury of coming in contact with that. So hi, so I'm here, and yeah, I'm here, and I'm grateful, and that's it. So outside of the normal signs that you have with twin flames in general, if you do tarot, so this is the Rider-Waite tarot that I often use, and just like literally kind of like discovering the twin flame journey, I ended up kind of looking into cards to find further confirmation for what I was experiencing, and yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick tarot reading just for you guys that like tarot readings. This is my first video, y'all. Not my first video watching, but my first online tarot. I've been reading tarot for about the past 4 years now, actually, which is fun. So, lots to learn, but I'm an energetic reader as well as being clairaudient and clairvoyant and clairsentient. And I've had these abilities ever since I was younger, ever since I was a kid. That's why you'll see me kind of like look over my shoulder sometimes. And it didn't make much sense to me, or I just hid from it for a very long time. So coming in contact with with my twin flame and recognizing that it was just something I couldn't ignore anymore, it allowed me to really discover those things within. So yeah, so let's get to it. All right, so let's see. So I'm looking for, so before I can even finish, I'm basically I'm gonna pull some cards for the twin flame community right now, as far as channeling a message from spirit and universe and my higher self for what the twin flame community needs to hear right now. Special night being 11/11. And it was 11/11 when I looked at the counter, so we're good. Let's see. So spirit, what? There we go. All right. Oh. So in the middle of the deck, which I was waiting for this card to come out, which is the Two of Cups, which is definitely a twin flame card. So the question that I was asking as I was shuffling was confirmation that this reading was going to be right for the twin flame community, and the cards are really talking. They don't want to stay in, so it's not going to take me that long. So let me get a message for the twin flame community. Let me get a message for the twin flame community. What do they need to hear right now? So we're all about healing and light and love, right? So So, one more card, please. All right. So, so I'm just going to ask for one clarification card for two of these cards that are here. Awesome. Queen of Swords, right? Queen of Swords card, which is for the Ten of Wands card that I have here. Wow. Okay. So they are not playing today. And then this one popped out the deck, which is the Knight of Wands. Which was a card that I was clarifying for the Devil energy card. Now, please don't be afraid of the Devil card. The Devil card just basically talks about our struggles and our challenges and the things that are in front of us. Life is all about contrast. So I used to, but I don't get crazy about the Devil card. I find that it is liberating in itself to see it, because bravery is in resilience and our ability to get past obstacles. So I'm going to pull one more card. But today, the cards are talking. So if you notice, I'm not pulling out every single card that jumps out of the deck, because some of them are just doing their thing, which I've seen them do that before. And I know exactly what card I need to pull. And if you notice, there's something in these cards that resonate with you, then it's for you. If there's something that doesn't quite make sense to you, just kind of note it in the back of your head, because it might make sense to you later. If it's a card that makes you really, really, really upset, typically it's because there's a message in there for you. Sometimes it's usually a message in there for you, especially if it's like it makes you upset because it strikes a chord with you. I always say that it can't resonate against something that's not fair. So sometimes you just have the bravery and courage to look within and figure out why it made you upset. And if it doesn't resonate with you, go past it. There'll be other readings. That means it's not for you. But if you do feel it, especially if you're listening to this and you feel, if you're clairaudient and you hear a high-pitched tone in your ear, or if you're an empath and you feel your hands tingling, or your chest, your heart chakra lighting up, that's usually an indication that that message is for you. If you feel any of your other senses kind of like strike through you, you start feeling your body either vibrating or something like that, that's usually a message for you. And that's your body and spirit's way of communicating with you to let you know that there's something in it for you. All right, let's see. So what card wants to come out now for the overall deck? All right, beautiful. So let's get into it, shall we? So because I'm on my cell phone, I'll show you where the cards are, and I'll reverse the camera just so you can see it. Oh, I don't know how to reverse the camera. I'm not old, but all right, I'm not old, but okay. So I'm going to reverse the camera so you can see it. All right, so, right? Hi. Wow. All right, so there's the Ace of Swords, and there's the Devil card, the lovely Devil card, and there is the card for clarification, which is the Knight of Wands, right? And then you have the Two of Cups, which you can see those guys kind of holding, well, the two partners holding the cup and exchanging the cup. And the lion is up there for strength. Then you have the Hermit right underneath it. Then you have the Two of Wands, which that card is there. And then we have the Ten of Wands, right? Then we have the Queen card. So the Queen of Swords, right? I'm an Aquarius, so Queen of Swords card in the house. So as far as zodiac signs, we have fire signs, so Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, not in that particular order. Then you have the Swords card, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So those are the signs that we have here, but it's not particular to the signs. So let me just start off. This is the first card that we pulled, which was the Ace of Wands. No, the Ace of Swords. Ooh. Right? Call it rookie's offense. So Ace of Swords. And then you have the Devil card right here with the King of Wands. Right? Then you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Hermit card, right? And I can feel my heart chakra completely lighting up over this one. Yikes. And you have the Two of Wands, right? So, and then we have the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So let me get to it. So I'm really excited because this is all about speaking your truth, right? So one of the things that you come in contact with when you're in a twin flame relationship itself, that's why you have the Two of Cups, is that both partners see themselves in each other. So with that being said, the Devil card coming up shows that there are actual challenges in that relationship, which leads to the whole runner and chaser scenario, in which you see not only the good and the love, but also the karmic debts, um, the pains, um, the, the scars throughout the years, that you're able to see that person so much clearer than you probably haven't been able to see anybody. So it really requires for you to come in with the Ace of Swords and communicate what you're seeing and what you're noticing, but in a kind way. And then also here for the Knight of Wands, you might notice in those relationships in general that you'll notice the double energy within yourself as well as within that person. The Knight of Wands is very swift, very quick. So you might notice that maybe in the beginning of the relationship everything was great for about the first like 1 to 3 months. And then after that, it gets real. Once you get past the infatuation and the love part, as you start to pull things out of each other, like your truths, or you start to notice things in them that they've never admitted to people, but they don't have to admit it to you because you just know, it might be really, really hard for you or your partner to deal with that and face that. So you'll find that that double energy pops up to where now it'll become sometimes the other person is not really wanting to deal with it, so they will lie about it or hide it or cut off communication. They'll just stop talking to you all of a sudden, or doing anything to put barriers between you and them. So the devil energy, when you see it in itself, it's literally like the devil who's holding on to two parties at the same time. And they both have chains on each other. They both have chains linked to them. So that means that their energy and your energy, the same way it reflects the love, it also reflects the hurt back to them. And some people, some twin flames, there's always the divine masculine, divine feminine. That whoever's a divine masculine sometimes doesn't see it, or sometimes divine feminine doesn't see it neither, or they don't want to see it, so they run. So the advice of the cards is once you notice this energy, as far as just not the twin flame energy, that it's also important that you go within and figure out where your wounds are and work on them. And that's really, really hard. It's probably things that you've never admitted to anybody else, and you kind of been playing the game or putting up a mask, as they say, the mask that we wear. And then that person pulls it out of you. So you can't run, you can't hide from it. And sometimes it just downright infuriates people that they've been seeing, even through the shenanigans or masks that they put up. Just part of the journey, which is great, because the next portion of it is, it really feels like this actually is going in the order of the twin flame journey. Here is where it's the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands is about looking into the future, looking toward what's coming, looking for higher horizons, better horizons. And really just the world is literally in your hands. And it's really up to how you look at it going forward, with a better understanding of the self. You can tackle the world and all its obstacles easier. So when you see this here, you literally see this person holding the world in their hands with the wands in front of them, means that you also have better control of the self and better control of your thoughts and better control of the elements around you. And now you're able to approach the world and your universe, like your intimate world, which is your community, as well as like the bigger world, which is all the external factors in a more equipped fashion, and also better, well prepared mentally. Um, so then this brings us to our final cards, which is the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So the Ten of Wands is a card about harvesting. It's basically like it's a person who's had all these struggles and different struggles, but now they're bringing them all together and they're harvesting them now for good. So the Queen of Swords card being right underneath it, as far as clarification, means that basically the Queen of Wands is all about discernment and being able to get to the point, and being honest and being able to decide what is supposed to be in her life and what's not supposed to be. And when I say her, I mean just that's the energy, but the Queen of Discernment is all about discernment and judgment and setting boundaries. So outside of you knowing about all these things that you've learned about yourself, about your partner, also having healthy boundaries. And I think that that goes without saying when it comes to any relationship or all your relationships, that you must be protective of your relationships, but also protective of your relationship with self. So, like I said, I was keeping it true that this is all about twin flame healing. So, as far as any final messages for the collective, do we have any final messages for the collective? I just want one card. And all it's said. All right. So, the celebration card. So this is the Six of Wands, which is this cool little guy, or it's a guy, who's on a horse and celebrating, getting closer and closer to the goal. And just basically, it's a card of merriment. So it shows that you're definitely on the right path. And that's what the twin flame journey is all about. It's really being on the right path, of knowing thyself and also learning about someone else and being able to see yourself clearly through somebody else's eyes and then through your own eyes. Yeah. So, comment, share, subscribe. Feel free to come back again and just see where this content is going. And then after that, hey, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. If you happen to enjoy this reading, leave a comment. I'm interested in really seeing what everybody thinks, and how you feel about the reading, things that you think that I can incorporate into the readings. I'm all open for it. This is all about peace and love and light and just overall fun, because it's so much more fun when you know where you're going and also where you're excited about different prospects that are coming your way, without any pressure. Like, we don't need that. No pressure on this channel. Just love in general. So I am going to use my pendulum to just see if right now, okay, so this is a pendulum, and what I use this for is to determine when I am like either need to expound more on something, or if the reading is going to resonate with people. I just really want to make sure it resonates. That's why I'm doing this. Just because I've been through this journey and I learned about it by myself, and watching different readers and different things like that got me closer to self. I'll even read with some crystals if you like, and just incorporate crystals into readings, or just different decks for different groups. This was a read for the collective. This wasn't for individuals, but I can read more for the collective energies and split them out into either 3 piles of cards or 4, depending on what you guys like, depending on what suggestions I see. And if not, I'll just do some until I get some suggestions. So what I'm asking the pendulum right now is whether or not um, this reading is going to resonate with some people, and the answer is yes. Like I said, there's always something in it for everyone. And listen, wishing everyone a happy 11/11. We're almost done. Eastern time. But around the rest of the world, they're actually about to hit 11/11 in a second. So, hey. But wishing everybody love and light. And that's my sign for my guides as far as knowing that this is over. Listen, y'all have a great day. Bye.